Welcome to Prayer Beyond Words. Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you. And for this we're going to use your journal, which came in a little box. And we're going to be using the side that you haven't used already, because if you haven't examined it, you'll find that it is two-sided. So we're going to start on one side and work all the way along it. In addition to that, you'll need a variety of different colours, just depending what you've got around your house. If you've got, for instance, paint pens, you've got wax crayons because they were in your packet, and you've got pastels because they were in your package, and felt tips are good too. Smarties are fine. Not Smarties, Sharpies are fine. And in this case I've also got some luminous ones too, which I thought I might try. And also charcoal. If you've got charcoal, you might like to try using that as well. And then also you will need some colours for God. Any colours you want. So the first thing you're going to do then is to take your journal out of its box using the ribbon to help pull it out. It can get quite stiff for getting out, so it's a good idea to put the ribbon back each time. You can get so many things stuck in them that they won't go back in the box, and then you just put the ribbon around the journal instead. And so you're going to open it up so that the side, that page which is furthest from you, is the page on which you're going to put the marks which represent Jesus. Either using a colour crayon or using your wax crayon, you can make marks thoughtfully and prayerfully which might represent Jesus to you. So whatever your marks might be, you can make them on that page. But unlike when we're doing this on a normal prayer painting, I don't advise wetting the page, because this is cartridge paper and not watercolour paper, and it can go soggy quite quickly. So once you've put the marks on, then think what colours you would like to use to represent Jesus. There can be one colour and you could put one big blob on, or you could put several colours on and then play with them until you feel that you've represented Jesus for yourself. So I'm going to put these colours on. But your colours may be totally different, and your pattern may be quite different. You do whatever is right for you, nothing to do with what I've done. I just happen to like circles, so I often put circles in. I'm doing this much more deliberately than we normally do. This is not a random mark like we normally do for a prayer painting. You can do this as deliberately you want. I do suggest you keep away from images though, in the usual way. But just play with this until you feel that you've got something on there that you could think of as representing Jesus in some way to you. That looks rather like the wheel for steering a boat, doesn't it? Maybe that's quite a suitable thing. I hadn't meant to make it look like that, but that's how it does look. And then after that you will be opening up your book towards you and starting up working on this end. I'm just going to move that over there and put something on it to keep it absolutely flat while I'm working. As flat as anything can be on this boat. You might want to lay this all out across the table, but of course I'm having to do it under the camera, which limits where I can put it. In fact, I might just turn it round and put it sideways on, so I can show you. I'll put that bit over there and start working on this end. So this end is your end, and the idea is to make marks along it thinking about your journey towards God, thinking about journeying towards Jesus, I think is a better way of putting it. And you might use anything for this. You might use the pastels or felt tips or crayons or wax or whatever's in your mind, and starting with this end and working along page by page till you get to the page where you've got the representation of Jesus. It might be for some reason that you don't want to go all the way along to the end, that it doesn't feel right today, that you might want to do it sometime in the future. That's fine. You can do that, whatever feels right for you. Now you will see, well, you can't quite see on that page because it's so faint, but I have marked on every page representation of marks expressing moving towards Jesus in different ways, different times in my life, but you might do yours quite differently. So what you will be doing in this meditation is looking at the way in which you have moved towards Jesus. It may have been all your life because you may have always known that he was there, or it may have started much later. Have a look and make marks for what's happening at each part of your life and what's going on in your life, how that affected your walk towards Jesus, so that some parts you will have walked maybe quite a lot faster than others, and some points not at all. You can make marks to represent this. When you've finished, lay it out and have a look at it from the your end to the Jesus end and see what you see. See what the Holy Spirit is showing you for each of the sections and parts that you've drawn. And maybe write notes on the pages about anything that you've found out. Take a good long time on this meditation.